really concerns me is how quickly you and I go instantly joking about that. Hey!
Monsieur Crowley, qu'est-ce que pose en ton tête? Monsieur Crowley, est-ce que tu as dit avec le maître? No, who's the dead? More merit? More? Est-ce que tu as dit avec le monde, Monsieur Crowley?
You do realise this now qualifies Rod to be a flight attendant on Air Canada. Finally. I love you guys. Thanks for last night. It was fantastic.
Hey everybody, real quick, I don't want to interrupt your panel. I got to catch a plane with Ruth, so I may not be here to play him off, so I just want to say goodbye and thank you for a lovely weekend. Great weekend, I love you, Vancouver.
Also Michael Moore has you right now.
And Michael Moore.
Give it up for Michael Moore.
So what, who are you bringing on? An a cappella group to play me off?
No, it'll be Richard Spade doing Mr. Crowley like this. Mr. Crowley, what's going on in your head? Shall we talk to the dead? What?
Thank you, anything? That's exactly what happened. Love you, Rob. See you soon. Travel safe. I have so much fun playing with those guys. It's an amazing thing. Like I played drums as a recording and touring musician from about the age of 15, which is a very long time ago, which is 46 years ago. And I got to a point in my life where I had a lot of issues with addiction and shut up in the back. Hey, back there, shut the fuck up, I'm talking. I don't do it much, but no, seriously, so I had some issues with addiction, I had some issues with trying to function as a human being, let alone as a musician. And when I got sober, I found it really, really difficult to play drums. It just didn't kind of make sense to me. So I'd gone from playing stadiums and whatever to not playing at all. And then I was doing a gig with these guys, early days when I was at Creation. And Adam, bless him, from Creation was like, do you want to get up and play a song? I'm like, I'm good. And they sort of pressured me into it. We got up and there's actually a video of it, of us playing like Back in Black or something. And it was like, oh, you play? I'm like, well, yeah, I always play. That's what I did. And that day turned into a renewed enthusiasm for what I love doing, which is making music, and a renewed enthusiasm. So I urge you all as human beings, that if you find something you love, for whatever reason you decide to abandon it, you're an idiot. And it takes Billy was very much a pusher into that area, and it was like, and then it became like, well, if I want to play, let's do something big, and this wonderful thing came together, and we ended up with Saturday Night Special through the hard work of all these guys. And it's just a fabulous thing to do, and if you weren't here last night, you missed it and you're idiots. But the next time you come to a Creation Con, make sure you come on Saturday night, because it is our joy to play for you. And they're very special to me, you know, it's like, we have a show next week in Philadelphia, and we'll do the Saturday Night Special, and then the following, like 2 weeks after that, we'll be in Nashville, and I have the wonderful opportunity, we're playing Exit In on the Thursday night before that show. So if you're coming to Nashville and you haven't got tickets, make sure you come on Thursday night, because that'll be Station Breaks, Billy, and Dick Jr. and the Volunteers gig, which is, there's nothing more fun than that. We did one in New York, which was great fun, and it's just, any chance we get to show and do what we love to do is a fantastic thing. And you know what? This has been an amazing weekend. I love coming to Vancouver. I get to see a lot of people that I've worked with and spent a lot of my life with. And then I get to experience the shitty weather we have up here. So I get to go home to California and feel so much better about myself. What do you want?
I'd like to ask a question.
What?
It's a question from my friend in Italy, and she would like to know if there's any kind of work project you'd like to work on, and if the secret project that you mentioned a while back is going as you hope.
Well, obviously I can't tell you.
Things have to
That's the
change.
worst question I've ever been asked. Is there anything secret project that you like? No, I'm not going to tell you that.
She just wants to know if it's going well.
Rob, I can see you. You forgot to sign the banners. So we'll scrutinise his work as he comes up. You can come this way, you can go front. Have you done the other one? I can't reach my face. So you have to be Jared to sign the top. A little boost. Genuinely, I can't answer that question.
It was a two-part question. Is there any other project you'd like to be a part of that you're not doing yet?
No, I can't tell you that. It's the same as the second part. Think about what you just asked me. That's the same as the second part. I was on stage at a convention that was mostly a Who convention, right? Shut up. So lame. I was at a Who convention, right, with Chicago Tigers, and they were like, would you ever like to be on Doctor Who? And I'm like, I have a ticket in my pocket to fly to Cardiff and go do the Who that I was doing, and it was supposed to be all very secret and everything else. So I'm never going to tell you. So tell your gutless friend Lily who didn't come, who made you stand up here and get abused by me on a Sunday. I find you very brave and I love you very much for asking the question. It's the one thing I never ever answer is, what are you doing? I'm like, you'll find out when I do it. I'll probably find out when I do it too. What do you want? When do you want it? Now? What?
I was wondering if you helped design any of your tattoos, and if there are any tattoos.
I have one tattoo.
To get it.
I have one tattoo. I don't have tattoos.
It just keeps going. Right. Are you going to get any more?
I have one tattoo. I don't know what is the education system in Canada really seriously. Do you have any secret projects you'd like to talk about? Look, I was tattooed 45 years ago, 35 years ago, and unlike a lot of people, I kind of left them where they were. But red ink in the 80s, it was not as good as it is now. So a lot of the red had faded. I had a Lau Hardy and a Jill Jordan on one on each arm, and I had a Jill Jordan piece on my chest. And my friend Kevin Quinn, when it came time, I was like, let's just do it. So he free-handed most of this. So he's quite famous for his finger waves, and I love his stuff. And actually, he and I dated the same woman around the time I got sober. She got both of us sober at that time. It says a lot about her. She didn't post at the time as, oh look, my ex-boyfriend's tattooing my ex-boyfriend. Which I thought was really funny. But it's such an intensely personal thing. I was born in the year of the dragon, and of course, as you know, the koi swims up the waterfall and becomes the dragon, koi becomes the dragon. So I was born in 1964, which is a very long time ago. Ask your parents. And what it was, I just made a determination that if I'm going to do it right. I don't care whether anybody cares in that context. And when I was tattooed, none of you lot were tattooed. Genuinely, it was one of those things. And there was times when people were like, I don't know if we can. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when I was tattooed, actors weren't tattooed. And it was never done that way. And it was like there were people who went, wow, it's a little dodgy that you got tattoos. I'm like, don't give a shit. And now I'm like, well, you can't hide this. Did I tell you the fun one? So, If any of you depressed about death or mortality or whatever, do know that I've just had some very interesting experiences with that in the last couple of years. And I'm going to tell you a story about tattoos that has not really anything to do with death, but has to do with fear. So, 11 heart attacks Friday, go home Sunday, go back to hospital because I'm not feeling good after a phone call with Spate and everyone else, where I basically go into a fit, get taken back by the same guys, go into heart attacks in there. They're not good, right? Shit, not good, whatever. Decide to have a defibrillator. I have a wonderful set of a plumber and electrician. The electrician made it possible for me to have a choice because I was at risk of sudden cardiac death. It's not a big deal. I'm healthy as a freaking ox right now. 3 months afterwards, I have a heart function of a 30-year-old athlete, which is mind-blowing. I was looked after by the best possible people with the best possible outcome. The upshot of that is, you know, I will tell you that if you haven't been to the doctor in years and your dad died of arteriosclerotic dementia, it might be a good idea to visit your doctor. But boys don't go to the hospital. But not to be in this maudlin state. I elected to get a defibrillator, and that became the most terrifying thing I'd ever done because now I have to have surgery. My heart's been trying to kill me now for about a week. I'm in ICU, and I'm terrified. I won't sleep, and I make this decision. And so I said to the cardiologist, I said, okay, so how long does this take? He said, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I went, that's a bit exact. He goes, it is exact. It's what I do. It's the same as a pacemaker, it's the same as anything else. 2 leads go into your heart, make a little pouch, put it at the top, 2 hours, 30 minutes. I went, okay. And I only made the decision at 5:45 in the morning, and it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're like, ready? So they weren't giving me time to be panicked. So I come out of the surgery, I immediately wake up and I go, what time is it? To a nurse. And she's like, what? And I'm like, what time is it? And she's like, it's 7:06. I said, how long was I unconscious? She goes, what, since you came out? She goes, 6 minutes, why? And I'm like, that's 3 hours. What the fuck went wrong? Now I'm getting agitated. I'm making so much noise. I don't know. It was a culmination of a whole bunch of fear and crap and whatever. And out of the double doors comes my surgeon in his scrubs going, what are you shouting about? And I went, 3 hours. You said 2 hours, 30 minutes. What went wrong? Terrified. And he goes, oh, for God's sakes. He goes, put your hand gently under your tongue, gently. I'm like, all right, what do you feel? I went, super glue? He goes, yeah, 30 extra minutes to put your fucking tattoo back together. You're welcome, asshole. So I had a scar along the line, and they were literally, they said they were there going, if we cut here, it's curved, it won't hit. Oh, fuck's sake, oh, Jesus. But it was the, you're welcome, asshole. I love it. So yeah, not getting into the maudlin stuff, but that was my idea of fun that week. Who the bloody hell did you come as?
Castiel in episode 2, 7 was when the cowboy
It's Peter Falk, I'm sorry. Columbo. What do you want?
Hello, thank you so much for being here. My name is Sally, I'm from Iran, and I was going to say that I'm really obsessed with the character development that Carly had on the show. From going from pure evil to more caring and...
Pure evil? What bloody show are you watching? You kill a couple of people and they pay you. This wide brush of it, pure evil. Maybe to you. Frickin' Castiel was responsible for more deaths than I was. The Winchester brothers killed millions. I saved lives.
A little bit evil.
Totally ignoring me. I'm getting used to this. What?
So my question was, what was that point of the main point of the shift in his character from going more caring and more loving towards the others at the show?
And what it was, and there is no shift in the character, what it was is you finally were smart enough to work out what I was doing. Unlike the guy who you addressed at, who should have wore a cowboy hat through the series, he would have been so much better at a cowboy hat, Castillo, who is as dumb in season 4 as he is in season, 612 or whatever. I mean, he never learned a single thing. I love Misha Collins with all my heart. Castillo's an idiot. I don't know. I mean, say, it's weird. But there is no character arc. All there is boredom. And it's written in, it's boredom. He's not getting what he wants. No matter what he does, he gets this wonderful fun time of Demon Dean, he gets this wonderful fun time of, oh, now I'm running hell. So I'm gonna run hell, so I run hell, and it's like, oh my God, this is the most boring bloody thing I've ever done.
So that's why he becomes more caring while staying in the border?
Say again, because I can barely hear.
Is that why over the time he gets to make more bond with the Winchesters and help?
Because they're interesting. I mean, there's nothing about running hell that's interesting. It's miserable. It's the most boring place not on earth.
What do you think would happen if you came back to the show again, and what would you help them again on the show?
Say
Would
again?
it be not interesting? So if you came back from that to go and actually brought them back from that, would their relationship would be more better, or would they still be helping on the show? Would they still be involved in anything like that, or would you get bored with that too?
Write your own fan fiction. What? Quoi? Quoi?
My question.
No, that's what I hate about French Canadian. Quoi?
Okay, so I want to know about your musical career. Who was your favorite either group or artist that you have played with?
That I've played with?
Yeah.
You mean music?
Yes.
I've been lucky enough to play with some amazing people in my time. But the next one, whatever this one is, it's the idea of presence, not the idea of history or the idea of hope, future, longing, 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 now.
Yep.
You know, last night
I get
was
that.
last
That
night
was
was
great.
now. Last night was fantastic. Being able to play Get My Own Love with my friends who we haven't played it in I have no idea how long, and being the custodian of what the parts are, knowing where the changes are, because even if I'm wrong, it's like they're going to go with me. And then having the sudden realization that Rob is all the way out there and I'm ending the song and the poor bastard has to run the entire I was like, oh shit, I couldn't see him because the lights are in my face. I said, like, dude, I have to follow Billy. It's not, you know, we're going to end, we all need to know we're ending. The poor bastard was running down 100 miles out of the head on the stage. The now, and that's everything to me. And it's not just because of what happened to me. I'm sober a long time, 35 years I'm sober. My life is... You're congratulating me for not pissing on myself, thank you. Heart attacks did that too. But it is now, and it's all there is. There's a reason why we come to these. There's a reason why we do this. There's a reason. It's now. This isn't the next convention. I work in a medium where I don't have an audience. Last night I come play, I hear the oohs, the ahs. I get to 10 years I've been trying to get the band to do Fat Bottom Girls. I'm not lying. 10 years. Billy Moran calls me up and goes, Brianna wants to do Fat Bottom Girls. I'm like, because any of you that know me well, I was polling you guys for years going, is anyone going to take offense? And every girl with a booty went, absolutely not. It's a celebration. But there's a point to it. It's a big difference with a girl singing. And there is. I mean, there is. It's a wonderful homage to that. But it's the now. I got to watch that last night. I got to see Hallelujah for the 47th time, but probably the best version I've heard those two sing in so long. The energy was fantastic. I get that from live music. When we make TV, I don't get that. When I make Supernatural, I can tell you what it was like to shoot the end of season 8 and have every member of that crew absolutely silent. Brad, Kevin pissed me off. He was like, do you want some drops for your eyes so you can cry? I was like, he was trying to help. I think he was actually trying to piss me off so it would be easier for me to do what I was doing. But, you know, I sat in a chair for 3 days. We do that, and it was an incredible event. And Jared talks about it, and I talk about it. There's never been a better time on that show of that era, of that ilk, than the end of season 8. The end of season 8 is fantastic. Supported by a crew who didn't make a single noise for 3 days. I mean, it's nuts. That's not normal. That's like, oh, you're working, we're going to support you. That's the audience. That was the thing. But I don't see you guys. So when I make a show, and we do a show, and 150 of us put this thing together, and we send it out to you, and you have a feeling, we don't get to experience that. But when I come to a convention, I get to see your smiling face and the questions you've asked me today and stuff you've asked me about music earlier. And I remember your faces. You guys keep coming up and going, oh, you remember me? I'm like, I see your freaking faces. It's like, I might not remember your name. Sometimes I'll remember where you're from. Sometimes I'll remember your story. It depends. But this, I get my audience. I get my audience back. I mean, how many times have we done this? Exactly. Too many. But the thing is, it's like, I give it that. You've got to kind of give a damn. But I do give a damn that you're doing okay if I see you more than once. And I do give a damn that you enjoyed what we did. And I do care that there are new people coming into it and experiencing it. And they have the same experience that those of you who've been before are getting. And I do care about the fact that I have to abuse all of you in here. Otherwise you think there's something wrong with me. If I just be Mark, you'll all be crying in about 10 minutes. But that's the thing, I get my audience. And I've had actors, you know, Matt Smith was like, you know, isn't it a bit, don't take it wrong, because it's not what you think it is, but he said, a lot of people have been talking to him about conventions and saying really shitty things. Like, you know, it's all a bit loserish and it's all this. And he was like, isn't it weird? And I'm like, mate, you played football, you've been on stage. You get your audience. I said 1,000 people are gonna tell you, you know, how much they love you and why. And explain to you and ask you questions you've never been asked about things you're doing. And you get to play with them and see every one of them and get to do this. And then you get to take 1,000 photographs and sign 1,000 autographs, and then you'll go home and sleep for 3 days. And that's exactly what happened to him when he did his first convention. He went, yeah, 2-3 days, I was out. It's a wonderful thing to do. It's a blessing to have you guys interact with us. We love it. All of us love it. And we love the people that we work with because they facilitate it. The thing you don't realize, I was saying, oh, thank you so much to those who are looking after me. Mary makes it possible for me to abuse you guys for hours of money and not go too far and make sure that everything's working and stuff. But there is a team of people whose only job is to facilitate this conversation and this concert. Yeah. And you got Liz, you got everybody behind, and you got everybody that without them we cannot do it. But we rely on them wholeheartedly, the same way as we relied on the Supernatural crew to make Supernatural. We have teams of people who just want you to have a good time. And I think it's the most magical and simple thing we could ever do.
It sure is.
And sometimes we screw it up, but usually in very small amounts, somebody gets the half or somebody's upset or whatever. We usually fix it and try to make it better. But that's what I said, now. It's about the now, it's the next, it's like, okay, that's today, what are we doing?
It's a good philosophy. I said it's a good philosophy.
It's not a philosophy, I don't know any other way to do it without losing my mind. If I'm looking in one foot in the past, one foot in the future, there's only one thing I'm doing to the present. I can't handle that one, folks.
Hello, Crowley.
Mark. By the way, if you're going to do an impression of me, you actually have to take your voice down into a register. It goes down there, try it.
I just want to...
What?
I'm Lucifer.
No, not mumbling, just take it lower.
Alright.
You ready? Hello, boys.
Hello, Crowley.
Go on.
Hey, Mark, so I have
You're reading it? Oh, this is great.
It's easy for me.
What's on the, give me this thing. Okay. Fantastic. Teach me as an actor. Don't pay any attention to tall people. That's what it teaches me. Personally, that you've carried with you beyond supernatural. 9-year-old kid and my wife. Without supernatural, I wouldn't have my wife and a 9-year-old kid. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. We'll find out in the future. Of course, which I just told you I don't care about. Yeah, it taught me a lot of things. A lot of ways to behave.
Thank you.
There's a lot of ways to behave that we learned on set. We learned a lot about. Jensen said something brilliant once. You know, it's a family. No, this is a family. But this, what we are, is like an incredibly brilliantly large dysfunctional American football team. Special teams. You can decide who that is for yourself. Special teams. Those things. But it's a football team. Everybody has their piece, and everybody carries the ball a certain way, and everybody does it. And it's a fantastic experience. I learned so much from it. We all learn how to behave on this. I learned how to behave on Battlestar. I learned how to behave on this, and I learned how you should behave on an awful lot of other shows who didn't have this. When you have this, you got to take care of all the rest of the stuff. When you have something as special as this, then you've got to take care of the stuff. Yes?
Hiya.
I was going to ask you something silly, but actually now I want to ask you something a bit more serious. Have you ever had a midlife crisis?
No. About death events. It's not a crisis, that's death. Why are you wearing that shirt? It was the only thing left in your suitcase? What the bloody hell were you wearing the rest of the week? Wow. Yeah. Any parents in here today? Wow. Hey guys. Having a good weekend? Oh, I figured you're leaving. Where are you going? I can see you. Where are you going? Don't forget to wash your hands. What?
Hi. At my own expense, thank you for coming down here because I'm a little blind eyes to actually see your face and not just see a blob. So that's great.
You calling me fat?
No, I'm calling me blind. If Crowley was to have actually gone, human after the Butler very good job, intriguing scene when he was taken to the brink of humanity, do you think he would have, what do you think he would have actually done?
Do you remember the end of season 8?
Yeah, if he had
That's what I did.
If he stayed human,
It was so close. How do you know he didn't? How do you know? Kevin, this is the man that gave me drops to see if he could make me cry. What? That was you. You came up and go, do you need drops? I'm like, my exact response was, God. I think you actually just taunted me to get the best out of me you could. You know what I love about writing? You know what I love about writing? What I love about writing is, it is what it is, then we get to do it, and we get to make it something more than what was on the page. And we get to create things with our imagination and our understanding of characters. We have directors, then we have post-production, who take it to a level, sometimes with absolute genius. And that's it. And the rest of it is for you, and your imagination, and your question. The question is the best part of that question. Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that you have a question about that. It's the hanging participle of what acting is. The story is yours. We did it, we gave it to you. We worked our freaking asses off. Freezing cold. I mean, before we were in the church, that was the most dangerous day of crane work I've ever seen in my life. Dolly Dave, everyone else alike, we're going to die. we're going to die, right? And then we went inside and it was like, but I've never been on a set that for that amount of time the crew made no noise. It was extraordinary. And Jared says it and I said it, we had support, like, but we do all this and we create this and we make all this because we love it. You know, we go back to X-Files, we go back to all these other shows, those beginnings of that stuff. And there we are in Supernatural, and we've got all these people who give it there. And we don't have enough money, we don't have enough time, we don't have anything. And here we are, we're trying, and we throw it at the wall, and then the lush comes down and shows us angels falling from the sky, and we all get excited for another month. God, oh, this is going to be great. And then we give it to you. And then you get to decide. I wonder what it would have been like if Crowley stayed more human. He gave us the best line ever, which is me in the French hotel, watching crying in the bed with the silk sheets. And literally looking, Jess's timing is evil. They're looking at me like, you don't know what it is to be human. So which is like, so we pay those things off. We care about those things. The writers care. We care. We care about whether something's wrong. Kevin is the keeper of the encyclopedia or the Bible, the Supernatural. He's the one person that you would go up to and go, if I get stabbed by X, Y, or Z, what happens? Well, in episode 12, when he did that, this happens. So we relied on Kevin for many things, but we relied on his insanely good memory of what the order of things should be and how things work. And that's what it was. Every one of us giving everything that we could possibly give to make the best possible thing we could possibly make. And the fact that you get to ask that question is better than any answer I could give you.
Thank you.
Got out of that one! Seriously. What?
Hi, whenever...
What happened? Oh, thank God it's a wheelchair. X marks the spot. If it was an outline, I'd be really worried. What's up?
Whenever I hear the Jethro Tull song, A New Day Yesterday.
What?
Whenever I hear the Jethro Tull song, A New Day Yesterday, I think about you and your drumming, and I wonder...
Yeah, if you could just get rid of that really stupid flautist at the front of that band, it would be great.
But the drum line in that is just amazing, and I don't know anything about drumming, so I don't
Me
know.
neither.
So what to you is a hard song to play, and what is your favorite song?
Hard? There's no such thing as hard. There's no such thing as hard. There's things you want to learn and do. I've never been a massively technical fan. There's things I endeavor to learn because I like the sound of them. It's all about groove and beat and caring and stuff. Stephen and I are going to put something together. We're going to put a drum thing together for a little bit of teaching and showing some people how to find the fun in drums. So we're working on that right now. So Stephen, he's a wonderful educator as well as a wonderful drummer. And I'm a lunatic and I bring some people in. So. But drums to me aren't about that. It's about being in it. And it's not about how clever you are. It's about how much you serve the song.
Have you ever played that particular song?
No. Not a fan of Jethro Tull, the song is. Aqualung. But it's like, it's like I can appreciate Rush, but I'm not a Rush fan. It's not something like I play drums because of Rush. I play drums because of Charlie Watts, really. I think the drummer that influenced me more than anyone else is probably Stan Lynch from the Heartbreakers. Because that's who I was kind of listening to when I was deciding what I wanted to play. It took me years to work that out. But I know a lot of the drummers that I idolize. I've met and know them very well. And it's cool. It's about being part of something, not how clever you are on top of something. Does that make sense? It's kind of like Supernatural, being part of something. It's weird, I guess it might be a philosophy that covers everything. What do you need?
Okay,
Ask you
so
more questions than I usually do. I usually avoid questions like that. What do you want?
I want to know.
I love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I know, it's great.
Kevin, you should get one of those shirts. That's exactly what you should be wearing. Right, I'll get you one.
So if you had to choose 3
I don't.
dog breeds as hellhounds, what would you choose?
Dog breeds
As hellhounds.
as hellhounds. God damn. Write your own fan fiction. Write your own dog fiction. No, listen to me. I think any human being is lucky to share their life with a dog, period. That's the end of that. I think a lot of quote-unquote animals is, the myth of certain animals is to do with how poorly human beings can interact with them. You know, a thing that gives you unconditional love.
I mean, the relationship between Hellhound and Holly was pretty close too. I mean,
How do you know? You didn't see one. I've seen them, you haven't. How do you know they're old Jack Russells? Well, mine's bigger, maybe with three of them standing on top of each other. Maybe I was bluffing. Maybe it was a person pulling 3 pieces of wire across the carpet. Oops, sorry, moving on. What?
I'm Morgan.
Well, my dad's name was Morgan, it's the right name. Were you named after the rum?
No.
I like that you had to think about that a second time. No.
I named myself, so
You did? That's the name you chose? Fantastic name, right.
we talked earlier and it made me cry like a lumbering baby. So I wanted to thank you for everything that you said. And I also wanted to
I do tend to make people cry, but it's only when you talk to them.
So what I wanted to ask was, I think someone I saw the video and
I'm old and I'm fat.
but what advice would you give to any people who might be struggling with the same kind of thing?
Don't drink, don't die. That's how you get to 35 years of sobriety. I don't know any other way to do it. I think you guys are getting a bit of a clue probably where this philosophy of today and, one day at a time and all that stuff is coming from. But I've lived this way a long time. I endeavour to do it. I don't achieve it that often. I'm just as much of an idiot and an arsehole as I've ever been. But I try, and that's what I try to do. Try not to leave a bigger mess than you came in with. If you can leave it a little tidier, it's a lot better thing. And get your own foot off the back of your own neck stops you draining. I thought you were going for me there. I thought this was a hockey game. Oh, I thought this was a hockey game. Are you feeling alright? Just stretching. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I wouldn't sit through this. What do you need? I love looking at all the poor people at the back there. All people with no friends. You laughing at? What's your sister? You have no friends? They have more money, your friends. Your friends have more money than their friends. Now you put the lifestyle standing right there. Hold on. That's how big is your real. Where are you going? You gonna eat? Smart move. Can you give me a sandwich? What's the next question?
What gives you a high level of hope, especially with your family, what fills you with optimism about the human race?
Wow! That's pressure. What fills me with optimism about that human race? Yeah, one day. You really asked me a question. What fills me with optimism? And you know what? It's something really special. When we were doing this show, we've all done our shows, some of us here worked on many shows. Nobody ever knew that this show would have the impact that it had. And maybe Kim had an inkling that it was something that was going to happen back in the day. He used to talk to me about it a lot before. closes on the show. And that's one thing. But to see what happens in what we call the supernatural fan, I hate the word fan because it's fanatic and it implies something derisory and negative. And a fanatic is one who redoubles his effort when he's lost sight of his aim and all that kind of stuff. A fanatic is Wile E. Coyote. Chuck Jones did that from the George Santayana quote about fanatic is one who redoubles his effort when he's lost sight of his aim. You're not fanatics. You're not worthy of. Yeah, I mean, aficionado is it's a very good word, but family is a way better word because family denotes the way you treat each other, which is what I'm seeing, and that's what gives me hope. Is that while the world is angry and violent, and people are having a lot of fun stirring the pot in order to get whatever money, property, prestige, whatever it is they're chasing, you come to a place like this, and it sounds so corny, but this is the I don't give a fuck variety of equality, which is like I'm way too busy getting my Castile costume together to care about who you're sleeping with, or who you're bringing to, or whatever. Yeah, there's 100 million things in this world that we should all try to fix, which are just not fair. And those are the things that we need to focus on and do. That's absolute, that's not a question. There's imbalances and inequalities and terrible shit going on that we actually should take care of. But when you come to places like this, I don't know, we're kind of busy doing something else. Spreading a bit of love, spreading a bit of joy, enjoying ourselves, caring about other people. Greatest place to have a panic attack, supernatural. Ridiculous. 750 people will come running over to you to try to fix it. And then one person will go, for God's sakes, everybody stand back! Give the person some room! I got you. That's what it's about. And I think that's what gives me hope, is that underneath all this anger and bullshit, it is bullshit. It really is bullshit. I don't believe anybody believes half of the crap that's going on. But we've drawn our lines, we're going to stick to them. It's like, alright, whatever. And then we still have a convention, and we still have people, and we still give a fuck about who needs something, right? Who cares? And that's great. You can bring your kids here, and apart from my cursing, but you can bring your kids here, and you can. It's not that sort of thing. It's a safe space in the real sense of a safe space. Not because somebody tells you it has to be safe because of the way that people behave. And that gives me hope, because it's an action. You do realize you're recording yourself at this point, so it's really sad. How do you know? A secret. But who's next? You can stand up if you want to. Hey, I work with Jeremy Jansen. And the short one is still taller than me. My neck is exponentially better since I started working. Number one thing that people used to ask me when they didn't ask, they just made me say, oh my God, you're way taller than we thought you were. It's because every time we ever did a quad photo, all of them would do this. So I was just playing with that. What can I do for you, though?
All of it. So probably is my favorite villain.
Spirit. Don't call me a villain!
Who's your favorite villain of all time?
No such thing as a villain. We're just misunderstood. Hey, Phil, how about this one? I'll give you one. Oh, seriously? The band went home? Dude, they just evaporated. I like my career. Steve, you know what's really funny? I didn't know you were there because the chair is exactly like I wish I could have. Thank you, Sheppard Green. What the hell was the question.
First of all, your career evaporates when I become as tall as Jared.
Go on. So what was the question again?
Crowley is my favorite villain.
God,
and
that's not a
sometimes
question.
hero of
Not
all
a villain.
time,
He's my
but-
favorite villain. By your choice of
Who is your
villain,
favorite
my favorite person with a different set of moral ideals than the supposed hero, who's usually an idiot, is Gert Frober playing Goldfinger in Goldfinger. Brilliant. Doesn't give a damn about James Bond. She's the most annoying thing. She's like, go away, leave me alone. But that's the fun thing. Listen, we're getting to a point of the day where we need to wrap this up. Listen, I wish we had more time. I love you all very, very much. We love you. I love you. If I was fishing for that was the weakest response I mean, that's kind of pathetic. But I love you all very much, and I appreciate what you do for each other and what you do for us. I appreciate the fact that this is something that should have ended a very, very long time ago, and you have made it 1,000 times bigger by your presence. You've made this something special that we get to participate and enjoy in. So, thank you for coming. Thanks for being part of my life. Thanks for changing my life, which you have all done in the most wonderful ways. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your questions, but tough. I probably wouldn't have answered them anyway. I love you already. But thank you so much. Without this journey, I know my life would be very different. So enjoy your journey, look after each other, and I hope to see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.